Welcome in, everybody. I am going to take this opportunity to post on my community tab, so feel free to take a peek. Today we're chatting about free agency.
Don't sound too excited, Alex. I mean, there was
There's a lot of stuff going on.
stuff going down. We had AD retiring. We had Kenny Pickett pissing off Pittsburgh apparently.
Dude, that's wild.
Dude, right? Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of side with Kenny.
Well, I mean, I don't really care.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, to be fair, yeah, it doesn't matter. You're right. Screw it.
Screw him, dude. Honestly, not even having a second thought about it. All right, we're gonna give a shout out on that community tab. Let's go. Let's go, baby. There we go.
Vikings make an interesting move today as well.
Well, yeah, dude, the Vikings going crazy. Going crazy.
Yeah. And Tyron Smith just signing with the Jets.
Yep, I saw that. Okay, now we're totally live. Everything has been punched out there. Let's go. Even though we're already live. What's up to the 26 people in here? Yes, Tyron Smith surprised me. I honestly thought it was David Bakhtiari, but
it's the same. I don't know if he's playing football. Going to be playing football though.
Yeah, it's like the same color but a different shade though. Veteran, left tackle, all pro.
Same color, different shade. All right, so let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Does Tyron Smith change what the Jets do at 10?
I don't think the Jets are picking at 10. You didn't
trade back's always ideal. They don't have a second rounder. Trade back would be great.
Do you want to hear what I did today?
What did you do?
I traded back with the Packers.
Packers went up all that way?
Dude, you know how much draft cap? It costed them 41.91, and they got 135 in return. If you look at the pick value.
Yeah.
And I actually still got Tyler Guyton, which I think is perfect because I don't know if Morgan Moses is going to last more than a year.
No, he's not going to. I mean,
yeah.
Even if he does, like, you know, he's a bridge option, like very good starter.
Yeah.
But you're just kind of waiting for the wheels to fall off.
Yeah. I know. So I loved how that fell. I was debating moving up for a receiver because I think they need one, but at this point in round number 2, I think so. For those of y'all who are wondering, I am out of town at the moment, but we said last week we are going to do a stream today. And so I love y'all. My birthday weekend, but I still love y'all. We're going to enjoy this time together.
Oh, you're turning 16.
I am.
Your sweet 16.
Yep, my sweet 16, baby. Love it. Oh, man. But
no. All right, so if the Jets do stay there, let's might as well, like, trade down's always the best scenario, but
it's the best scenario.
Oh, who did the Packers trade up for in yours?
Quinion Mitchell.
That's sexy.
It is, dude. There's just a top 2 corners. I'm like, we haven't talked since I regraded my corners, right?
Yeah, you said something about number 3, and I haven't looked further into it.
we'll discuss that, but I think there's a solidified top 2. Everybody does too, and I think there's a significant fall off. I mean, you like Cooper DeJean a lot. I like him too. He's my corner 5. I actually think he could be a pure corner.
Make white corners good again, or for the first time.
2 white guys going like this on stream.
Yeah, I know, right? Let me change my complexion.
Yeah. It's like, hold on a second.
All right, so if the Jets stay at 10,
yeah,
because sometimes you just can't find a trade down partner.
Yeah.
What's the move?
So it's a great question. I think the move's Brian Thomas or whatever receiver's there.
That was my first thought.
You gotta right now the real hole is at wide receiver, and this class we say it's a really, really good class, but there is a noticeable fall off if you need a receiver 1 after those guys that we picked in like the 20 range.
So yeah, my first thought was Brian Thomas, right?
Yeah.
And then I was like, what's sexier than that?
Brock.
Brock.
It's just, do you think that tight end value versus receiver value, like
For
the
Aaron
tight,
Rodgers.
yeah, but they haven't even invested money or positional value into tight end. And Zach Kuntz is still there.
Is he? Is he on the roster?
He better be on the fucking roster. I mean, I didn't check, but I checked the rest of the roster. I didn't care about the tight end spot, but it's just
He
like
might be like a.
I'm looking at defensive interior and
Even,
like
I don't see him. He might have been a practice squad guy.
dude, that's well. They should bring back.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, he is. I
Okay,
can't read.
like I don't. I would
I
have
thought that
probably
said cunts.
YouTube. That's not what it means. But no, Zach, I think could technically take a big step up. But yeah, I mean, Bowers is the obvious great option. It's
Yeah, I
just
mean, dude,
sexy with it.
Aaron Donald loved him. Jermichael Finley, he loved him. Robert Tonyan, and we've seen how relevant Tunyan's been since.
Yeah.
Can you even name where he is?
Chicago.
I couldn't. I
that.
accidentally came across that. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that move.
Well, is he still there? I thought you signed like
No,
a
I
one.
mean, I imagine he's not there, or even if he still is, they brought on Everett, so yeah, no, he's not there.
Yeah. Well,
Wait,
I know he
Steve
signed like a 1 year deal.
Carlson's still around?
All right, someone says give the Bears another weapon. I mean, there's still guys like KJ Osborne that I think would be such a good 3. I mean,
Yeah,
he's like probably like what 3.5 mil a year as well, like a 2-year 7 mil.
yeah, you get him fairly cheap.
Yeah. Pats are picking top 5 again next year. Yeah.
Probably with the Vikings pick.
Yeah.
No. Where do you think? Let's just segue to the Vikings and now having Houston's pick at 23. What the hell are they doing?
They fleeced the Texans value wise. I don't know what Houston's doing.
I think it was a fine trade. It was what it was.
It depends on how much faith that you have. It depends if you think that Drake May's going at 2. I would not take a chance on that future second becoming valuable enough if I feel like Drake May is going to be there at 3 for a move up. Even if he is, I don't know why the Patriots move off of Drake May.
That's the thing. I have a hard time talking myself into Patriots moving.
Yeah, I mean, like I just don't get it unless it's
I get it. I mean, you'd get a first. No, you wouldn't even well, I guess you would get a first next year because it'd be similar to the San Francisco trade. San Francisco and Miami, they sent 3 picks.
12. I mean, it's 11-3 instead of 12-3. But man, that's expensive. Like that is really expensive. And pick value wise, it doesn't. Well, I mean, Drake May is the reason why you can flex pick value, so to speak. But it's just like, oh my goodness, like that's expensive. I had the back.
I think the Chargers is the move back though.
I had Neighbors on the board, and I still moved back.
Yeah, no, Neighbors is going to be on the board there.
Yeah,
because I feel like Chargers, they'll probably trade back and they'll either go Brock Bowers, they could go with the right tackle, they could go with the corner.
You know
what is your oyster? Who is your corner 3?
Let's get to that in a second. Let's get to that in a second. Like, let's get through this first. So what I did with the Chargers, I moved back to 11, right? And roughly speaking, it's 11-23 for 5 and 69.
Yeah, I feel like it doesn't need to be more complex than that.
Correct. So I actually used, because they have 2 4th-round picks, I ended up having Rome be there at 9. I mean, it basically went Neighbors to the Giants, then Alt, and then Dallas Turner. Yeah. And then I'm like, well, if I'm the Bears, like, I'm going to get Jared Verse at 11. I'm going to trade with the Chargers to jump the Jets for Rome Odunze. So I got the Bears pick back to the Bears that they sent for Keenan Allen.
Oh, you got real fancy.
I got real fancy. But that is technically feasible. The Bears did trade from 9 to pick 10 last year for a very similar trade package. So that's how I got it up with the Chargers. But Stephanie says Pickett's trash. Kind of was injured, not reliable, and then doesn't put
Small
touchdown.
hands. I tried to tell people then. I tried to tell people.
I don't know if that makes. I don't think that's a big issue.
Oh, it is. You're right. You're right. It's not a big issue. It's a small issue.
But like, what does genuinely speaking though? I know that it could be related to ball velocity and control.
Poor weather. It's not like he was playing outside. Oh wait,
But he was playing in Pittsburgh. Like we had 4.5 years of tape on him. So that was a little bit confusing to me as to why he. I mean, he had some
it's a little
spectacular
different.
games.
A little
That's the
different
thing.
at the college level to the NFL level.
Yeah. Is the NFL ball actually bigger? I have a Duke, but I've never actually held a collegiate ball. Like I know there's a little bit
I don't
different.
think it's much, but
yeah, I mean that could be the difference at the end of the day. Is like maybe it's a quarter of an inch difference, but
I mean that was kind of the big thing in Mobile when they were having the crummy weather and he was forced to throw outside.
Yeah, yeah, dude, that's a whole thing.
Everybody and their mom tried to say, "Oh my gosh, can you pick it this?" And it's like, "Oh, look at it now."
Yeah.
Oh, the turntables have turned.
Jacob says, "Do you all think Sweat can play 3-4 and 4-3?"
Which one?
I'm pretty sure Jacob's talking about Devondre.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
he was playing a 4-3 this past season.
Yeah. I think that my dream fit for him is on the Bengals, but I didn't have the stones to take him round 1 because I don't think he's going to be viewed as a round 1 player.
It's going to take him round 1.
Yeah. So I'm really because the Bengals have a lot of draft capital. They should move up to the top of the second for him. Just like get their guy.
Yeah, they might be content with like a couple of years of Sheldon Rankins.
Yeah. But I mean, if you can get Devondre, I think Devondre's awesome.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree.
Arizona gets Marvin, JPJ, and Arizona gets Marvin and JPJ now hands down and takes Chop at 35.
I got a question for you. Forget about Arizona's draft. What do you think about their free agency?
Oh, it's underwhelming. To say the
Go
least.
on.
So receivers, I know that everybody's saying they essentially wouldn't be on the roster anyways, but Hollywood at 11 mil, you probably could have poached him for 15. Like that's a guy who culturally should have been on the roster. But even if not, still do your moves. Jonah Williams, I thought was kind of a cheap move.
I thought it was fine.
Yeah, it's nothing spectacular, kind of boring. Desmond Ritter
in this tackle market, though. That was probably the best you were gonna do.
I know, but I was really hoping for Guyton to be the option.
Doesn't mean they don't go.
Yeah, but it makes it less of a legitimate impact for that first round.
And I mean, if they think they could still go Guyton and just develop him.
Really develop him, yeah. I just don't know if they're a team that I trust to truly develop a player.
What about that Rondale trade?
See, everybody's saying he was going to get cut, and it's like, so if you're
going to, what?
Get something.
I think cutting him would have been better than getting Desmond Ritter.
I mean, if you cut him, you don't get comp picks for cutting guys, right?
Nah. You have to. Yeah. I think
they got
their contract. Yeah.
Yeah.
Desmond Ritter. People were literally trying to talk me into Desmond Ritter being a solid backup, and I was like, did no one watch him as a starter last year? You just traded Rondale, which it's fine. I get it. Trade Rondale. I keep wanting to say Rondale, and get whatever you can, right?
Yeah.
But you picked up a project quarterback. You didn't pick up a backup. And people were like, well, I mean, look at how valuable backup quarterbacks have been in free agency. Yeah, and you didn't get one. No. You got a project.
They could have just traded Rondale
losing games.
They could have traded Rondale to the Steelers, low key, or Kenny Pickett. Like, you might as well. I mean, that value is essentially nothing.
I can't believe people were trying to talk themselves into that being a good trade.
Yeah, no,
I would have rather taken a 6th, 7th round pick.
I agree. I thought it was like legitimately useless for the Cardinals. I mean, you got some, but that some isn't always valuable. But I will say, you know, I mean, Rondale Moore, I think, is an upgrade for Atlanta. I think Atlanta did a good job.
They wouldn't. They were. I mean, they only
They
had
have
Drake London on the roster going into free
nothing.
agency.
Now they have dudes. All
Yeah.
right. So speaking of a trade, will the Patriots trade for T. Higgins? I've seen reports that the Bengals don't want to trade him. They're
I'm
like,
curious if anyone's wants to pay for T. Higgins.
it's expensive. It is
Because
expensive.
like, yeah, honestly, like I was talking about it, I think earlier this week, and it's like, I feel like I'd rather another team take that,
Yeah.
go and do that, send it. I don't mind paying him, but having to give up picks and then pay him, I don't like.
Well, it's just so damn unfair. The fact that Hollywood Brown was signed on an $11 million deal to go and play with the Chiefs. It's like they don't actually have to pay. They get that luxury price.
Yeah.
Like it's
Well,
just.
I think his projected deal was 1 year, 12 million.
I thought they would have cost him 15. Like because he's number
That's
one.
what Spot Rack had.
Well, to be fair, they also said Xavier McKinney would make like 14 a year. Brother's making 17.
They also nailed Ezra Cleveland and a few
And
others. I mean, hey, dude, you can't be
they're,
right
they're
all
a
the time.
50-50. Like
Hey, if you want to crap on Spot Rack, you want to go make enemies, be my guest.
there's no crapping on Spot Track. They helped me out too. But I mean, like for me, I thought he would be, because he was a former one, in a little bit more of a positive market. But speaking of going for it, how many QBs do we think teams go for it in round one? I'm a 5. I'm a 5 type of guy. The 4 guys at the top. Can't believe we're saying JJ's actually at the top, but we ball. And then I think Bo Nix or Michael Penix gets taken towards the end, and I think Bo might be the guy taken.
Yeah, I've heard Penix has interviewed really well though.
It depends on the meds. They never tell us the
Well,
actual.
I heard the medicals were fine too.
Yeah, well, I hope they are, obviously, but what
My
force?
question is, do the Broncos have the balls to take a quarterback at 12? Quarterback 5 at 12.
I had him trade back.
I'm currently stuck in that situation as I develop my mock draft. I don't know who wants to move up or what.
I had the Philadelphia Eagles move up for Terrian.
Eagles, man, I don't know. They're weird. Sometimes they don't get aggressive. Sometimes they do.
Yeah.
But it has to be for the right price.
Yeah. DJ says it might be at pick 2 to the Commanders. That would make no sense for the Commanders.
Yeah, why the Commanders aren't trading out of that pick? They're picking a quarterback.
They literally just straight up telegraphed exactly what they're doing by trading away their only other competent quarterback on their team.
Yeah, the only move the Commanders would do at 2 is to move that 1.
Yes.
Which, by the way, Justin Fields, golly.
I think he still has a chance to now go to the Steelers.
Yeah, that's literally the only option that makes sense.
We're back. We're back. I sent him to the Raiders in mine for like a 5th and then a compensatory 5th. It was like, get some value out of him, but it's so weird. I mean, when the price is right, the price is right.
I mean, dude, like, because like, I know some Bears fans are holding on to that. Like, no, he's our guy. It's like, then why haven't you then moved the first overall pick?
Yeah,
you gotta move it. And you know what? It just doesn't make sense too.
Yeah, they would have already moved it. Like, it'd be moved by now. Rams, do they take DT now that AD is retired?
It's on the table.
If Byron Murphy's there, like he
probably will be. I mean, I say probably. That's not true.
There's a good chance that he could be.
Yeah,
like, improbable that he would be there. I think it's
not out of the realm of possibility. But are they gonna be in love with like a Murphy or a Johnny Newton? Because I honestly still think that they'll be in on edge / corner. I feel like that's probably where they potentially go.
Yeah, I think it's down to Latu and Murphy at this point. Like,
Okay,
or
okay.
DeJean. Latu, Murphy, DeJean. That's like the holy trinity for that pick.
Yeah. Man, I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting how this cornerback class falls.
Yes.
Because
So
I'm kind of curious, can a guy like Arnold be available there?
no,
I got
I don't.
doubts,
I don't
but
think he
can
gets out of.
he?
I don't think he gets out of the top 15. I think it's impossible based
Yeah,
on his.
for him to get past the Colts.
I don't think he can get past there. But speaking of, someone said Max Melton in round 2. I'd do it in a heartbeat. Where do you think? Where like my corners have shifted completely since we talked last. So where do you have Max on yours, and where do you think he is on mine?
Is he your new 3?
No, but for a moment he was at 5. He dropped to 7.
For him, I have him as corner 10.
Okay, I have him at corner 7.
Yeah. And honestly, I could because I'm not in love with Rakestraw.
That's fair.
So
I have
I could
Rakestraw as 4 right now until I get proven that his pro day and his combine are the same. Like that's
yeah.
TBD. Where do you have Rakestraw? You have Rakestraw at 8, so that's not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
I have your board pulled up.
Oh.
Like, I might as well. Like
You
this
saw I
map.
started putting comps in there?
No. I mean, this is the first time I'm looking at this in a hot sec. But
I just started adding receiver comps today. I did
yeah,
some edge ones earlier
I need to
this
watch the
morning.
draft. Like I need to study more of the draft to understand comps. Because I like to look at comps when guys are coming out because it allows me to see what would be best for them in
Well,
the
it's
future.
it's just NFL. I don't know why
Let's
my lamp keeps turning off. It's just what you think their NFL projection is.
you know that my corner 3 is not in your top 15. This is a whole Tolly
There
vlog.
ain't no way you love McLovin that much.
No, Dwight is a corner 15 or 14 for me now. I don't know if you. I fell in love with him without ever studying him, and then I studied him.
I
And I
don't.
was like, "Ooh."
Is it Jones? Because I really like Jones.
He's good. He is good. He
I
doesn't have
love
a
Jones.
great, but he's like right there for corner 17, 18 territory.
Are you the type of guy that'll fall in love with a Kentucky corner? Because you know them Kentucky corners, they fall. They always fall.
Waiting for my Steelers there.
Carrington
Pick number
Valentine. We
97 or whatever it is.
saw what was the cat that got Kelvin Joseph?
Kelvin Joseph was a bum though. He got kicked out of LSU too.
He wasn't a bum. He was a douche.
Yes.
He was a good player though.
Yeah, Andrew is my corner 3. I have him comped to Jair Alexander.
Dude, a lot of people really love him. I haven't gotten around to corner comps yet.
He is awesome. Like I didn't expect it. And I was like, oh shit. Okay. So the dude's an absolute beast. So
I really hated doing my Latu comp. Because I was like,
Aiden Hutchinson makes sense because of the 2-point stance and the short arms.
that's actually really good. That's
it.
Might be a better comp than what I have.
I would just say a worse Aiden, like a less powerful Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah,
he has the stance that Hutchinson had, but not the power.
Yeah, see, I was going based off him as a technician, so I started thinking of good technicians in the NFL.
Yeah,
and I'm just gonna say that got me in dangerous water.
Like, it's over comping him or under?
I don't know if I really overcomped him.
Don't tell me it's like some TJ Watt BS.
No.
I've seen somebody say that. I'm like,
it's not far off.
He's not like that. Like I would say maybe Alex Highsmith in terms of the athleticism.
So I went with, as he is now, Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack now, who's become more of a finesse rusher, really relies on being a technician.
The veteran Khalil. Veteran,
Yeah,
not like.
veteran Khalil. Oh, golly, I gotta. Okay, because just having Khalil Mack in there, and I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah, you could just say veteran Khalil Mack. Jay Davis says he has hot take Rakestraw as corner 3. That's not. I mean, I had him as corner 3 for
No,
a
he's
while.
not a bad corner. I'm not trying to crap on him. It's just really good corner class.
It is ridiculous, dude. Where do you think Kamari Lassiter is in terms of cornerback ranking?
My question is, do you believe he ran a 4.61?
No, I think he ran 4.5.
Yeah, because that's what I have him right now. Is 4.51. That's what a lot of the other reports are saying. So
yeah, I don't give a fuck what his actual time is though. Play speed is incredible.
Yeah.
Where do you think he is on my board? Cornerback what? And then where do you think spot wise he is on my board?
Looking at this, I'm trying to like in my head like put the guys that you're higher on. So you got and you got Phillips. Gojo, don't complain to me right now. I'm thinking.
Okay, like top what? Where do you think he is on my board? I think
Let's say I don't think I think he's probably hanging around 6.
Where do you think he is top what on my board though?
On your board?
I think that's a better way to approach where I'm gonna go.
I think I would say in like the 25 to 40 range.
He is 46.
46. Oh, I was gonna say top 50, but I was like, you know what? That's too close to where I have him.
Yeah. What corner do you think he is? You said 6?
I said 6.
13. That's how good this class is.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I fell in love with a lot of players, to be fair. It's not like he's.
I'm like that with the receivers, so I can't say nothing.
I'm
I got
like
so many receivers in my top 50.
Yeah, I'm like the opposite with the receivers. Like I have, well, to be fair, I have like 9 or 10 in my top 50. So that's fair.
You know, it's funny with the white receivers. I made it a mission to go out and not get white receiver comps for them.
That's fair. That's good. That's good.
I think I did good. I was
Yeah.
pretty happy with Ricky Parasol's.
What is it? I could just look, but
yeah. Hold up, because I just realized I put him in the wrong spots.
Looking at Demaryius Thomas, I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I know. I was like, whoa, that's not right. That's not what I have.
Extreme. I'm like, are you sure? I'm not gonna announce this. While you're doing that, Steven says who's the best D tackle prospect? It's gonna be Byron Murphy.
Yeah, I mean it's close. Like I still think like Johnny Newton is a first rounder.
There's a top 2. Someone asked who's on the thumbnail. So I put Cam Hart in a Steelers uniform on there just because I know Yinzer fans would just love it. People just love that shit. And then I'm trying to remember exactly. It's gonna be Romo Dunze. Who did I put in the middle? I put DeAndre Swift because we're talking also about free agency, and then Cam Hart in a Steelers uni. So do the Steelers trade for Fields? Yeah. Okay. So this was a hot second ago. I'm gonna catch up really quick. But your comp is a faster Nate Burleson. Explain that a little bit.
Faster Nate Burleson. I think Parasol is one of the best route runners in this class. That's kind of what Nate Burleson was. He was a good possession receiver that could create after the catch, reliable hands. I just think that Parasol is significantly faster.
Yeah. He literally in his Super Bowl year, he won a Super Bowl, right? No, he was on the Seahawks team that lost the Super Bowl. He had like 130 yards a year. Yeah. I'm like, damn, that sucks. What do you think happens to the Falcons and Eagles for tampering? Probably
nothing.
Fine. Yeah.
It's the NFL.
Yeah. Every team, if you research them, will do tampering. Imagine Leggett to the Chargers with that O-line sealed early. That would be nasty.
Dude, they need a route runner.
Yeah.
They need a separator. They need reliable hands.
Yeah. That's why I love Romo Dunze. If that situation, if being cute actually works out. Then.
Yeah. I honestly think they probably I think trading down is so nice because then honestly you could take a shot at maybe like a AD Mitchell at pick 23 if it is the Vikings you trade with.
I don't think he gets there though. The Jaguars would snatch him up.
I think receivers are going to get pushed down a little bit, just because how good the class is.
Who do you think the Jaguars take? Like in my
corner
world,
receiver. Brian Thomas, please.
Yeah.
Terrion Arnold, please. Well,
yeah, because I had Arnold, Mitchell, Thomas gone, and at 16, I actually traded up with the Jaguars one spot because I wanted to trade down with the Seahawks just to grab AD because I was like thinking, like hell, even with the Jets when they traded back, like they need a wide receiver. Like there's a significant drop off after AD Mitchell in terms of the genuine bona fide every down day one starters that could be true ones. Like that's how I felt about it after BTJ and AD were gone.
I don't disagree.
Okay, so theoretically, let's just say I'm not like my cute situation fails. The Chargers trade down to 11. Jets fan brings up the fact like what happens if the Jets go roam? Do we see the Chargers going Fuaga? I think they go Terry and Arnold or Brock Bowers at that point.
Yeah, they could go Quinion, they could go Arnold, they could go Fuaga, they could go Brock Bauer. Like honestly, that's the thing. With the Chargers, the world's your oyster.
Yeah.
I've used that line like 6 times this week in videos. I don't know why. Maybe I just want oysters.
That's okay. I've never had one. I'm not going to comment on it until I do.
It's delicious. A little hot sauce. Like a little booger going down your throat.
Oh, dude. I've heard that before, though, so I'm not going to get on you for that. Justin Jones for $10 million per year is a bit ridiculous. Don't mind the player, but the money is crazy. Team spend, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, no. Like my biggest thing right now with the Cardinals is they overspent on depth players for starters, with Nichols and freaking Jones. I mean, Jones lost playing. He was having to be taken off the field as a run stuffer in Chicago, and then Nichols lost playing time to Adam Butler, who had a good year, and Jimmy freaking Tillery. Cardinals.
Yeah.
What the hell you doing?
I don't know what they're doing. Eagles spoke to the Bears about trading for Justin before Kenny, apparently, according to ESPN. I've been out all day, so I saw that come across my phone. I was like, that's interesting. Justin literally was my pick to the Eagles when they ended up moving up in that draft. Like Justin was, if I'm not mistaken, there was a trade, and then I think the Bears moved up with the Giants right before. No, the Giants were picking after because the Eagles had jumped the Giants. I thought the Eagles moved up. Oh, hello. I thought the Eagles moved up to select Justin Fields that draft. I was like, oh my God. Like, this is insane. So that kind of sucks that, they ended up missing out on Fields. But Kenny's on a contract that's multiple years. I think, honestly, what happens is we lose out on seeing if Tanner McKee can truly step up and be the guy there in Philly. Like, or not the guy, but like the guy to be the backup. I like Tanner McKee. I thought he actually had a really, really solid potential. Well, yeah, I know you love Tanner McKee too.
I did love Tanner McKee.
I was really hoping that he would be. Okay, so we got some Josh Dobbs love in here. What's your realistic expectation for Chicago with Caleb and let's just say Edge? I mean, oh my God! If they can,
Gojo's got a mighty roar.
A better center. I mean, I think if they end up going with the Rams center that they got on roster, that's okay. But if they just get those two positions, maybe address safety with like somebody in the 3rd round, like Caleb Bullock, I think it's like a 12-win team. Like, I don't see many holes on that roster. You have a really good defense that's proven. You're adding more fuel to that fire. And then you add a better quarterback to the situation. So, what do you think the Bears are going to do if they, like...
It's Caleb Williams, 95%.
No, like, record-wise. If they get Caleb and Turner reverse, like, what's their record?
I'm not against them going Romadunze or Malik Neighbors if they're there. Because then at that point, it's like that offense. Sheesh.
Yeah.
But regardless, pick 9 could be whatever. I mean, I think that's a 500 team or more, right? They're going to be vying for the playoffs. Will it all be together year one because it's still a rookie quarterback? Probably not. But you should see encouraging things. That's a very favorable situation to be in.
I just said they're 10-12 wins.
That's not far off.
Outlandish, yeah. Will the Colts get Snead? I actually traded him to the Titans in my most recent mock. So I don't know. Ballard's not the type of guy to really overpay. Dude kind of seems like a stickler.
Stickler.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Yep. I'm definitely not the first person to say it. Hollywood Brown wants a ring. Where will Justin Simmons sign?
I know Honey Badger was trying to get him. Like they were talking. Again, this is all, hypotheticals, rumors. Going with the Saints ain't a bad option. They do have Howden played well for him, but I mean, it's Simmons. And that Saints team, they think they're going to be competing regardless. So
yeah,
they're a type of team to make moves like that.
Yeah. With the Bills signing Curtis, do we stay at 28 and take AD Mitchell, or trade down and get our third back to snag Leggett, Worthy, Franklin? I don't think AD is going to be there, so I would swap that probably with Coleman, and I would take Coleman in that situation. But that's me. I'd go edge, like if Chop's there, maybe. I like Chop to that squad.
I like Chop too. Chop's nice.
Let's see. Thoughts on the Texans offseason so far?
It got a lot better when they signed freaking Daniil Hunter.
Yeah, it was rough until that point. And I don't know what's up with all these DT trades that they're doing though. Like they lost defensive tackle help.
I was surprised that they moved Malik Collins for a 7th rounder nonetheless, but
yeah.
I mean, they brought in a ton of guys.
They did. I mean, D tackle is also relatively plentiful there on day 2. So maybe they're moving back for, putting Tavondre Sweat on that squad.
And I thought about that because they lose Rankins.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and he can play in the 4-3 or 3-4, so that's fine with me.
Yeah.
We got some Drake May love for some Vikings fans in here.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna get him, man.
Talking about? Do they even watch film? No,
it's Martell. Martell's a good troll.
Oh,
Martell's a good troll.
Okay, we love Martell.
He's one of the good ones.
Okay. All right, showing love to our boy here in Martell. Guys, make sure pinned comment, go subscribe to DraftBros. We're wanting to get the subs up there so we can actually just move this content over there. As much as I love being able to generate revenue off of this, it kind of is our dream to be able to enjoy what we can't always post or shouldn't always post for the algorithm's sake on our own shows, and just actually want to talk about whatever over there. So it's going to be, a lot more of us over summer. So definitely sign up early, and then we can actually finally enjoy ourselves over there. But
enjoy yourself.
2nd round interior defensive lineman, almost better value with Fiske and Jenkins. Did you hear the report that Fiske has like pretty awful? His medicals came out pretty poor.
That kind of surprises me.
Yeah.
Has he had medical issues?
I don't know, but there was
about to find out.
Yeah, there was an insider at the combine who said he saw 2 reports graded as ugly for medicals, and it was Peyton Wilson and Braden Fiske. Now it could just be him.
He hasn't missed a game in 3 years.
Surprising to me, but of course, some guys
technically 4, but it was a shortened season.
Yeah, I mean, some guys could have knees that are like on the verge of going. Like there are
Ryan Ramczyk.
I
don't know. Yeah. Apparently everything's positive with him. Apparently, I don't know.
Fingers crossed, man. I don't like when players retire because of injuries. I want them to retire because they're just feel like their time's done. Mitchell and Arnold yes. Max Melton sounds like a Packer. I could see it. His brother's on the team, right?
Yep,
there we go.
It is, yeah, Bo Melton, dude.
Right there. Rakestraw has that Sneed aggression. I love Rakestraw, but this isn't a conversation for us to have here since we don't think the same. I have videos out on it. Unless you
Yeah,
want
I'll
to.
get there. I'll get there eventually.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have videos where we'll dive a little bit deeper into that.
I can't imagine my comp for Rakestraw is going to be Legarius Sneed.
It I don't like to do comps if I'm going to be honest. Like just because I don't have enough years of experience truly watching how players play to where I can get that innate sense when I'm like watching them play. I can like look at stats and stuff, but it's
I don't know.
there's
I mean, you got years of watching. You can get a feel for oh
some.
yeah, he kind of reminds me a little bit of this or a little bit of that.
Hey, we got a super chat. Thank you to John Dorman. Thoughts on big poll polls? Best GM in Bears history. Love the content. Cheers. I've never heard of big poll polls, but
I like it.
I mean, if they can end up somehow getting the Steelers maybe to send that third round pick for something if they can get some value out of Justin Fields,
If they get a day 2 out of Justin Fields, that's going to be nice.
pop the champagne bottles. Like I don't think the Steelers do
Get
it.
out the bubbly.
Get out the bubble. I don't think the Steelers do it. But if you can end up, even fleecing a next year fourth that's, conditional, where you can end up getting, potential third, if not second, if Fields progresses and does a good job, I'm all down for that. But I feel like he mishandled that situation and played the I need to get best value a little bit too long. And now all the suitors are gone and the leverage has been completely taken away from him.
I know. I heard Brett Coleman talking about how, which I don't think they can do this, but take Justin Fields into training camp with you. Like, wait for maybe an injury to happen to a starter on another team, and then bam, there's his value. Goes right up again.
That's
But
true.
I don't think you'd want to take. I don't think you want to just put your rookie quarterback in that predicament where he's in camp with Fields.
Yeah. Because you also want the team and the fan base to be with Caleb because there's already so much divide as it is. Nehemiah Pritchett. So Jay Davis is a big fan of these corners. Nehemiah is solid. I was surprised he was 190. I'm gonna be honest. He looks a lot thinner, but
Yeah.
I think he's a solid depth guy. I mean, I think this class. I literally had 17 corners I'd be willing, or 16 corners I'd take within the first 3 rounds. It's just like you kind of get lost in the mix, and eventually, it's only so many corners that are going to be drafted in a draft.
Oh golly, yeah. There is a ton.
There's a ton. DraftBros is like the blind lead. Oh, it's Martell again, dude. My buddy Keon. Someone just said like you're a legend for this. This dude comes in like 2 days later and is like, if by a legend you mean ass, then you are correct. And I'm like, dude, like come on. That's one of my favorite lines. I saw somebody say like, dude, JJ McCarthy will be legendary, and the guy was like, if by legendary you mean ass, then you're correct. Like, I love y'all. Okay, so top 3 wide receivers.
In the league?
I assume in the draft.
I mean, I think it's fairly obvious in the draft. I think a better question's in the league.
Okay, let's do it in the league then. Let's be a little bit more. I mean, this is technically not free agency talk, but who's won? Are we gonna say Justin's won?
I feel like he has to be.
Yeah. So we got Justin. Who's even 2 nowadays though?
Part of me wants to say Jamar.
Yeah, those LSU boys. I mean, talent-wise, I think he could be even 1. Yeah, I'd be down for Jamar. I know that he's definitely in the top 3 for me.
Yeah,
Considering next,
you got to put AJ Brown up there. There's Tyreek.
Dude, Tyreek, man, I think I'd put him above Jamar. I might put him above Justin. I think it would be Justin / Tyreek. That's 1A, 1B for me, and then Jamar.
As a Dolphins fan, I don't know. Maybe I'm just self-hating. I think I would have Brown and Chase ahead of Tyreek.
AJ Brown's a beast. I mean,
yeah.
It's not a shameful thing.
He's pretty good. He ain't half bad. Some would
Yeah.
say. Who else would be in that conversation as I'm like looking through these teams? Golly, DJ Moore, but I feel like DJ Moore's coming after Tyreek.
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb, oh man,
CD is a beast,
dude. If scary Terry McLaurin had a quarterback, he played for an actual team.
Everybody started hating on Terry McLaurin, being like, "Oh, this dude's ass." I'm like, "No, he's not. He's not. We're talking about him as a top 10 wide receiver, like a year.
He
ago.
is a top 10 wide receiver. He's just like DeAndre Hopkins light in terms of just his quarterback situation.
Yes, I do agree. Do we think the Eagles stay at 22 or trade up? You have so much draft capital. I'd say trade up.
I don't know, man.
I'd do it.
I mean, yeah, if they love somebody, but I mean, it'd have to be a corner, right? Would this team draft a corner in the first round? I don't trust the Eagles to draft a need.
I mean, that's why I say go and get Terry and Arnold, because he's so flexible. You can feel like his BPA.
You know what they're going to do? They're going to take Jackson Powers Johnson.
They should. There's no reason to, though, unless you really think Tyler Steen's never going to
that's
actually play. Like Stoutland wanted him. That's not some dude who just fell to pick like 66. Stoutland wanted his ass. I don't know. Feels a little bit weird. Fields pick 9 and Chicago's one next year for pick 3. They draft Caleb and Marvin. I can't even get behind that one. That seems a little bit too optimistic of a future. Hello, Coach.
Look at that $1 million smile. What, you got serious like, all of a sudden?
He's like, man, that's a $2 million smile.
He's literally doing the underdog pose right now.
He literally is.
You gotta have the ears up, though.
Oh, man. All right. So we got a lot of Chargers fans talking about Brock or corner, and then take Guyton at 23. Am I still high on Tommy Eichenberg? I just thought he dipped off. He bores me a little bit, but I mean, he's one of the best in the class. I was like similar to saying he is one of the when they're like, oh, Russell Wilson is one of the quarterbacks in the NFL. And not like one of the best.
That's kind of what the linebacker class is, right?
Yeah, the linebacker class. This is one of the linebacker classes in history to come out in the draft. It's pretty awful. Falcons take Turner at 8. Yes.
Yeah, that feels like a gimme. Turner. You know what's gonna surprise some people, dude? I bet you right now it's between Turner and Liatu Latu. Like Liatu Latu going in top 10, I think is totally plausible.
And he has no power generation though. Like there's no power in that lower body.
He's gonna Raheem Morris is gonna love him as a technician.
To be fair, Byron Young also did not have any power from the lower frame.
Oh, dude, he was all speed.
All speed. It's possible. It is possible. But I'd rather have a combination of speed and power. B. Gill says DraftBros is the best duo on YouTube. We'll be there one day. We're getting there.
Wow. Just take the compliment, Alex.
Listen, I cannot shame the boys of Sycamore and Connor Rogers there at NFLSC.
Yeah, they just had a mock draft today.
Heyo. Good for them.
I got to go watch that sucker.
Okay, not a Patriots fan, but I feel bad for the fans. They miss out on wide receiver and not spending big on free names and free agent or on big names free agency. Like what they're doing to this team is about to be the worst. Yeah.
I feel like they dodged a bullet on Calvin Ridley.
Well, for that price tag, I assume
for that price. Oh.
I assume it was 20, and then the Titans were like, "Fuck it, we want you in division, and we want you to succeed versus the Jaguars."
Yeah, I know. Half of that contract was just like FU money to the Jags.
Like, we need you to screw them over.
We were going to give you $20 million guaranteed, but here's an extra 30 because the Jags suck.
Exactly. This is a question for you. You got dad strength?
Sometimes.
Depends on the moment.
Depends on the moment. Sometimes it's hard to get out of bed, but when I need to be strong and play with my kids, I'll be strong. But I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I don't even want to get up.
Yeah.
I've been hitting the gym at night. I say hitting the gym. I've been hitting my bedroom at night. Not in a good way. Not in a good way. My wife's still recovering. You can't do that after a pregnancy, apparently. Got to wait like 6 weeks. But actual like weightlifting and whatnot.
Even more reason not to have kids, everybody.
No, it's a good reason to have kids, dude. I love having kids.
You have to wait 6 weeks.
I mean, that's no biggie. That's fine. Hey, when you're married, sometimes you're like,
well, yeah, there's that too.
I need a breather.
Really?
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, hey, babe, can I watch this show? I said sometimes. What? What are you, like the most horny person in the world?
DJ Reader to the Lions. The Lions need a left guard, edge, wide receiver, and
oh no, you know what? It just clicked. It just clicked. It's like, what? I could kill 5 minutes. What's 5 minutes out of my day?
Oh my god.
See, that's the difference, dude. When you get married, it's actual love making takes time. Or it becomes a romantic comedy and one person's laughing.
I'm not a 5-minute hitter and quitter, but you know, I do understand there might be a little bit more.
Well, sometimes 5 minutes is all you got, because I mean, you got things to do in the day, man.
That's called efficiency, everybody.
That's right.
Efficiency.
That's right. That's man brain right there. It's like when you go into a grocery store or something, mind's on the mission. All right, I need to get this, this, and this, and this.
Yep.
I look at my list for the day. It's like, ooh, yeah, I think I could fit in a 2-minute
quickie
breaststroke.
Breaststroke. I love that. I'm a former swimmer, so that makes no sense.
I can barely swim.
Really?
I can't swim well. I've literally almost drowned in 3 different bodies of water.
What?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just did. I can't swim well.
we gotta do like some type of. We need to do a combine, but like we need to include some like aqua.
No. The only I will do a hot tub, and that's about it.
Dude, we got to do the YouTube combine though. I've been trying to do
we
this.
can do the YouTube combine. Just don't put swimming in it. That's not fair.
All right.
Unless it's like who can drown the quickest.
Okay, what do you think your actual 40 is?
I really hope it's still sub 5. That's it. That's all I want, sub 5.
You think you run faster than Amarius Mims?
If he was chasing me, yes. You put that man behind me, I bet you I'm running sub 5.
You're running faster than Darius Robinson.
No, I didn't say.
Oh, you're going 4.99.
4.95.
You're edging.
I'm somewhere. I'm like 4.96, 4.97. Dude, I really want that, dude. I used to be able to run like a 4.6.
Back to our regularly scheduled programming.
I know. I'm talking about my former dreams and ambitions.
I know. We were talking about other things too. But
I don't know. You put like a sandwich on a pole in front of me. I bet you I'd run that in under 5 seconds.
You've been hitting the bedroom gym though.
Not recently.
You just said you've been doing that night. What do you mean?
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking of the
the other bedroom gym.
I've been thinking of the cardio portion. Because I was about to be like, I ain't running anything longer than 40 yards, dude.
Okay. Anyways, what are the Lions taking? So left guard,
best player available.
Yeah. I think Graham Barton. Like I regretted in my mock draft today not getting Graham Barton. Like,
I think I've told you this before. Every time I go back to do a mock draft, he just creeps higher and higher in my mock draft.
Yeah.
And now it's to the point where it's like I get to the Dolphins, I'm like, we kind of need a god.
Yeah, I know. Someone did not like my idea of chop to the Bills. With Epineza back, Chop/Darius would be a mistake. I hate Coleman's separation, so I hope we trade up for Brian Thomas somehow. I have him going no farther than 14. Dude, the Saints, by the way, their receiving core is kind of butt. They got Olave.
No, okay, they don't have like stars, but like we saw a little promise from A.T. Perry at the end of the last year. They still got Rashid Shaheed, and they picked up some quality depth guys today, I think.
They just, I don't know who else they got. I remember.
Okay, they brought in Cedric Wilson. That's a wide receiver 4 if I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
And then Stanley Morgan. That's a special teamer.
Yeah. I didn't know about Stanley.
It's not like the best receiving core in the world, but
I couldn't find a team to trade up to 14 because I already traded up with the Eagles. And
Saints aren't trading back.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I saw them. I was like, dude, Brian Thomas is here.
Yeah, if anything, the Saints, they're trading up. That's what they do.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, dude, I think Brian Thomas doesn't get out of the top 14. So B. Gill ended up asking, he said, do you guys think since he should target Tavondre, even if you sign Tyler Tart? It depends on where. I mean, if he's there, your second round pick, yeah. But
yeah, well, they brought in Rankins. Like, I don't know, man. Since he's a team that's not afraid to draft depth for the future, this is a team that took Miles Murphy in the first round last year.
Yeah, they're willing to wait on the process. We got 2 super chats. Thank you to B Minor. Hopefully you're not that. But which wide receiver fits with DJ Moore and Allen in scenario of keeping Fields and trading the first pick? Neighbors, in my opinion, Neighbors would be the best because I think his deep speed really complements Allen's, natural route running separation ability. And then DJ Moore.
You know what, dude? Listen, if they're gonna keep freaking Fields, I'm calling Washington.
Oh yeah, of course.
I'm calling Washington. Hey, do you want the hometown boy? Because Marvin Harrison in that receiving core is freaking loony. It's loony. I think it's a little more loony to keep Fields, but not to say Fields is bad. I want to see Fields succeed. It's just you reset the rookie contract. You take probably one of the best
prospects.
QB prospects that we've seen in a few years, like depending on however you felt about Trevor Lawrence, at least since then.
Yeah. I don't see any logic with actually moving down. But thank you for the $5 super chat. We got another one though. Tyler A. Wise Guy. What do you think of Johnny Newton, D-tackle at Illinois, who actually got above 300 pounds? Didn't test, which to me is very similar emotion to where I see someone like Nate Wiggins randomly go to 40 at 173 pounds and then magically get up to 182. Then doesn't test at 40. But
I'm not that paranoid. I'm honestly, it surprised me that more top prospects just don't decide to wait till their pro day.
Yes, I agree. But Johnny Newton, I mean, he was our interior defensive lineman 1 for the majority of the year. It's only been recently where you just start falling in love with Byron Murphy. That
you look at that pass rush win rate and you're like, oh golly, this guy's on par with freaking Newton. And then you go to the tape, and I mean, to be fair, I think they're very similar in what they do.
Yeah, they both should be first-round picks. There's something that I think we do not know as to why Jerzon Newton drops. Like, there has to be something that is not being told to us.
And I mean, this is the thing. Like, because like Brugler said, a lot of teams see him undersized and see him more as an early second to mid-second. Yeah. And then you look at he's bigger than Murphy, and it's like,
yeah, it doesn't make sense. It really, there's something there.
I think maybe both of them like fall to that late first.
Maybe.
Potentially. I'm just
well, I mean,
winging it.
At least with Murphy, he's like sub 6'1", right? Or he's like right around that 6'1" mark.
So I don't think I think he came in at 6 foot.
Yeah, like so he has 2 inches shorter, maybe like an inch and a half.
Let's say inch and a half.
Yeah, like technically he's more compact. We're trying to reason for stupidity here. So, he's a great player. Should be a first-round pick. He's top 20 on my board, even after I dropped him a little bit.
Yeah. I got a question for you. As I let Gojo in real quick.
Oh, yeah?
So, Raiders.
Okay, there we go. There's the
question. I had to let Gojo in, or else he was going to keep knocking.
Yep.
Raiders at 13. Obviously, they're not going quarterback. They're not in on this quarterback class. Maybe it's probably just because they don't feel like they're in position to get one.
Right.
So, is what it is.
Yeah.
What do you think the pick is there then?
Fuaga. I think they take him to be their right tackle or guard, unless Mitchell or Arnold are there.
I like that quite a bit.
Yeah, it's Fuaga or the corners. That's how I'd approach it.
That's where I'm thinking. Because, like, Mumford, honestly, kick him back into guard. Like, he's fine there.
Or put Tully to guard if Mumford earns a starting tackle role.
Yeah, isn't that the beauty of it?
It's beautiful. It really is. I like that. Yeah. Let's see. Please rank the top 3 NFC teams. Pre-draft or post?
I mean, how are we going to do post-draft?
Well, like projected post.
Oh, you mean like wait to answer this comment until after the draft? I like that.
Yeah. There's just so many variables that a lot of teams are preparing for.
All right, well, let's just go with right now.
Yeah.
I'll go first. The Niners.
The Niners are always doing it, dude. Especially when they frickin' ended up fleecing the Texans with the 7th round pick. I mean, like they replaced Devon Kinlaw.
That really did surprise me because I really thought the Texans loved them, Malik Collins. And maybe they did. Maybe I'm just overreacting.
Hold up a sec. I'm now dealing with a mic issue.
A mic issue?
Yes. One sec. Keep talking. Keep talking to the people.
Oh, well, I guess I got to give my 3. I wasn't prepared. Detroit Lions. Let's just throw them out there. Detroit Lions. We got to throw the Packers in there. So we got those 2. Oh, then the Falcons. Young upstarts. Watch out. Young upstarts with Kirk Cousins. Like I can't get behind the Bucks as a top 3. So I don't know if I could even get no, the Falcons got a lot of talent. But I'm gonna keep the Falcons on the outside. All right, you be back. I'll just keep talking. So now let's go to the NFC East. That's the question. How much do you buy into the Cowboys? Well, the Cowboys are the Dolphins of the NFC. So they're probably not a top 3 team. They'll just look like one during the season. So let's take the Cowboys out of that. Philadelphia Eagles. Do you feel like the Eagles could unseat someone like the Packers or the Lions? That's the question. So I have come down. I've narrowed it down to 4, Alex.
Okay.
Niners. Bam. That's an easy one to put in.
They're always there.
And then I'm down to these 3. Lions, Packers, Eagles.
Packers have they have a really good roster. It depends if Jordan Love's going to continue being adequate, if not improving, like good to improving.
I even think if he is just like
himself this year.
Yeah, if he's, I mean, if Josh Jacobs can stay healthy,
yeah,
it's gonna be.
Nice. I don't really know that many NFC teams that can truly compete at the moment. I think the Bears are a dark horse competitor. If
not for top 3 though.
Yeah, like if they get Caleb, their roster very well could be top 3. Put together, question, but I don't know. I'm a big fan of what the Bears can do next year.
Yeah.
A.T. Perry's underrated.
Could be.
He could be. Jalen Darden.
Hopefully he does well.
Jalen Darden would be like the 8th wide receiver on the team.
Dude, where is Jalen Darden? Last time he was with the Bucks, but that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I haven't checked up where Jalen is at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think he's been a real. I don't know if he's been on a roster. He might have been on a practice squad.
Yeah, I saw him in Madden a while ago. That doesn't mean anything, but I was like just playing franchise, and then I was like, oh, forgot about this guy.
Dude.
While you're looking that up, do the Panthers still take wide receiver?
Oh, I think yes. I can look it up, huh?
Oh, I was like, my computer's not gonna be the one that's beneficial at the moment. And is it just me or is AD Mitchell better than Rome? I have AD above Rome. I
I
know
don't.
Mo hates him, so
That's not true, dude. I like Mitchell.
he doesn't love him like us. AD Mitchell is better than Rome Odunze.
Yeah, I'm not a
Different player.
freak. He's with the Browns right now.
Oh, I did. Okay, because I remember it was early on, like it was like Browns Bucks territory. I thought maybe even the Cardinals from the back of my mind.
Dude, I
I have a
keep
yeah.
refreshing free agency news.
Anything?
Nothing. But like last night, I was doing my like grades for free agency,
Yeah.
and like early on in my stream, that's when the Keenan Allen news came out. And I wasn't looking at the chat because I was just kind of like going through my thoughts and whatnot.
Yeah.
And apparently it was just lighting up with Allen. And then I saw it come up on ESPN's little live feed.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell? And I was like, oh, y'all been trying to tell me this for like a minute or two, huh?
Yeah.
Dude,
you,
wild time.
The chat is goated. Richard Lelly loves to bring hand size into every conversation. My 12-year-old
I know, dude. That's just like number one thing, dude. It's the hand size of everybody.
Why does he call you Marty? Like Marty McFly or something? I remember hearing that. He says Marty.
What?
When he references you, he says Marty.
Marty?
Yeah.
Calls me Marty?
Yeah.
Do I look like Michael J. Fox? Is that a good thing?
I don't know. I joined Raiders space last night on X and got kicked the moment I said they weren't taking a QB at 13. Well, maybe it's a good thing you got kicked then, because you shouldn't be talking to people who can't hear.
It's Minshew Mania, round 5, and now it's in Sin City, dude. Minshew Mania 5, Sin City.
I was more so going on the topic of free speech, but yeah, Minshew Mania, we'll go with that one too.
Hey, dude, people like their echo chambers. Let them be.
Panthers Nation is like hitting. I think he just watched my receiver video and he's commenting what I think. Yeah, I have 80.
Oh, is this your burner?
It might be my burner account. Like this is my secret burner. Also, Troy Franklin is not it, dude. He's
fine.
I've never been so pissed off in my entire life at a gauntlet drill or a drill in general. I am genuinely so pissed off that I dropped him like 10 spots. And I'm like, I will never draft this guy. Like,
I mean, I had him back? I flirted with him in the back of the first round, but I kind of saw him as an early second.
Yeah.
Now he's like just mid day 2, which is still fine. It's not like a big dramatic drop, you know.
I have him like super late day 2. Like, I wouldn't take him on day 3. I think there's something wrong with that gauntlet drill. He either didn't prepare for it, he didn't care, and he sure as hell didn't try to catch the balls. Any of those 3, which maybe all of them are true.
I mean, him catching balls this year was kind of a problem. But it's wild because 2022 was radically different. He had sure hands. He was really good at the contested catch. And then 2023, he kind of like turned into something else. And not like a bad way. Like the route running was so much better this year and stuff.
Yeah.
We finally caught up. Matter? Just ask my wife. Nah, dude, she loves my small hands, dude. They get in small spaces.
I have
like behind the washer if something gets dropped.
I have relatively larger hands. I don't think they have been an asset or a liability based on their size.
Yeah, look at them sausages, dude.
I actually have bony ass fingers, but I just have like, I think I have 9 1/4 inch hands. I'm not sure.
I am him.
You're Kenny Pickett.
I am. That's why I hate him so much, because I hate myself.
Yeah.
I don't hate Kenny Pickett. I hate everyone that loves Kenny Pickett.
Kenny, well, I'm glad I just don't have to think about his career resurgence and all of us Steelers fans still believing in him.
Oh, dude, just wait till he
let's wait till
Jalen Hurts goes down, and then he just goes Nick's full. Nick Foles.
You had some dyslexia right there.
Oh man.
Troy Franklin is Quentin Johnston 2.0.
Stop. Quentin Johnson, we don't know yet. Shut your mouth.
I assume you're talking about the bust factor, but
it's not. He's not a bust yet.
He's not a bust. I mean, Quentin Johnston was you watched the tape, he was genuinely a first round, if not top 10 prospect.
Like, for me, he was undisputedly in last year's class my top guy.
Yeah. It was, to me, I had him and Addison like tied up.
Addison was high up there for me too.
I think they were 10 and 11 on my board.
Yeah.
Right behind.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I had any receiver that high though.
Yeah, I mean, I was a believer in him. Is Xavier Legette just Jonathan Mingo, or can he become AJ Brown? Also, that accent makes me want to draft him first overall. Have you listened to his accent?
Yes, and did you see his picture of him going like what, boar hunting? Dude, what? He's a man.
I'm looking this up right now.
He doesn't just look like a man; he is a man.
Dude, what?
He rides a motorcycle, dude. This
Xavier Legette boar. No, not BOR, dumbass.
Or you just put in hunting.
Oh my! I'm just looking at videos. Oh yeah, Hunt. Oh my god.
Dude, he's a man. He is a man. He's probably, you know what it is, dude? He would go right into like Coyote Ugly, Friday Night Lights, and I just have to fit in, dude.
I just gotta look up. Oh, I don't. Dude, where is this video of him boar hunting?
It's not a video. It's just a picture of his.
Oh, kill. I was looking up freaking videos.
Yeah, no, it's a kill. He
for my family to come watch me play, so that'll be great. That's just them telling me that they want me on their team, man. I'm a lot of
coaches. Dude,
what a freaking beast, dude.
Xavier Leggett's a man.
Thank you, KU, for the shout out on Twitter as well. Feel free to go follow.
Did you find the picture?
No.
Golly, now I'm looking for it. I came across him on accident like yesterday or a few days ago.
Xavier Legette Hunt. No, there's no photos there. Damn. I mean, we gotta figure this out.
Here, I'll look it up. You keep talking.
Yeah.
Now it's your turn.
I haven't studied Mason Graham in depth, if I'm going to be completely blunt. That's going to be a Broshmo topic.
What was it?
Mason Graham.
Oh, dude, I haven't got to anyone in 2025.
Okay.
Hell no.
Oh, is Mason Graham is he the Michigan kid?
Yeah, he's the Michigan kid.
Yeah. Okay. He's on my risers and fallers list, or like what the hell did I call that? Stock up, stock down. Where I just like mark down every player that's actually doing well.
What did I call that in my videos?
Yeah. Lock Neighbors at pick 5 for the Chargers. Depends if there's always a price. Thoughts on the Commanders this free agency? I think people who say it's an A+ need to have a reality check. And I am someone who likes their free agency.
Dude, I think pictures of him riding horses.
Oh, I saw that.
He's a man.
There's a particular clip of my favorite film of all time that made me laugh thinking of seeing him on a horse.
Dude,
but
I need to move him up higher on my board, dude.
I know. The dude's a beast.
This man probably has a wife and 6 kids.
Oh, you're saying he probably does.
No, he's a man.
He is a man. We got to talk like this the rest of the time just to sound a little bit more like.
Yeah, hey, I'm not good at dialects.
Wait, can you? Is there a script or is there a video of him talking like just saying his name? Does he say Xavier Legette? Anyways, the Commanders, my one issue with them coming into the year last year was the depth of the roster, the depth on defense primarily. So I like the fact they got some good role players in there. I mean, Cam Curl getting signed for that cheap kicks me in the balls, but Jeremy Chin makes me feel pretty happy about that. They still need to get top tier edge help. They still need to get top tier tackle help. They still need to get a quarterback. There's a lot to fill with the draft, but they have a 1, they have 2 2s, and they have 3 3s. They have the capital to make it work. So
dude, just go to Xavier Leggett's X account. He posted the picture. I was like, why am I searching this? I know it's on his account.
I should have done that in the first place.
It didn't click. It didn't click to me until late, man. Didn't click to me till late. Commanders offseason was pretty solid.
What in the hell?
Dude's a man.
Ew. Hold on. I'm gonna zoom in on the part that's not the dead hog.
I was gonna say, blur that sucker out, dude. You don't want PETA on our tail.
Yeah, no. There's a dead hog underneath this. It's the first picture on Xavier Leggett's
Like
page.
legit, that thing's huge. Like we have javelinas out here in Arizona. Essentially, they're just wild boars.
Oh, listen. He's an Xavier Leggett. What the hell? Oh, why did I freeze?
You know what would be better?
Yeah,
If he talked like the guy from Waterboy.
Am I frozen?
Yeah, you're frozen.
Okay,
with a creepy smile, dude. Hide your kids.
I know, dude. What the hell?
Golly, dude.
Hide the children.
Yeah, hide your kids. Hide your wife. Hide your husband.
Oh my god.
You know that meme?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I can't say the other part of it.
Oh my god. Jesus. I'm gonna leave the studio.
Okay.
Well, if it actually wants to leave the studio. I'm now just I'm literally a what do they call it? What are those demons? Paralysis demon?
I don't know. I don't dabble in the dark arts.
Oh.
And I've only watched Harry Potter once.
Oh my god, the Dementors.
The Dementors?
Oh my lord. I'm gonna try to rejoin ASAP.
All right. So it's story time with Broshmo, baby.
It is. It is.
So Commanders, their offseason I thought it was pretty solid. It was a little slow going. I thought added some nifty parts, nice little parts, and then they really got going with making the moves. I like the Sam Howell trade. You already know you're going quarterback. Get some extra picks. I like that. So what, they have like 5 picks in the top 70. Love that. Top 72, something like that. But dude, Bobby Wagner, bringing him makes me feel like, oh no, this team feels like they could probably win even with the rookie quarterback. Oh, absolutely love it. Let's actually take a quick gander at the current roster. I mean, yeah, they got a bunch of rotation players for starters on the edge, but I think Dorrance Armstrong's on the up. I really do. I don't love the Algoretti pickup. Kind of is what it is. We'll see. Maybe they just see him as a bench player, but bringing in Jeremy Chin's just sex appeal. I like it. Yeah, man. I think they've done really well. They do need to figure out that left tackle situation, but honestly, man, that's a team that I won't be shocked if they compete.
I'm back.
Welcome.
I'm going to continue this. We will hang out for the next 10 minutes. I think that will be fair because we should make these 90-minute segments. We can go on for like 10 hours.
We could.
I'm not doing that today.
I would like to cuddle in bed with my wife at some point, but
I do agree. I would like to hang out with my dog.
Okay. Hey, you sound like Caleb Williams.
Oh.
Said you sound like Caleb Williams.
I do.
Just want to go home and snuggle your pup.
The best of the best. The greatest of all times. Pickett's trash just like Justin Fields. I love it.
I won't say it, but
thoughts on the Colts taking Cooper DeJean at 15, even if they get L'Jarius?
No, you get L'Jarius. You don't go corner at 15.
Yeah, it's a bit overkill. The Raiders have to take Troy Franklin because he's ass. Yeah.
I don't think he ran fast enough for the corpse of Aldi. I'm not going to say it. Never mind. I'm not going to say that. Nope. That's too grim. I'm not going to say that.
No, we're gonna get past that. I mean, it just depends on how fast the car drives. But we all know Xavier Worthy is going to be a Raider. Rest in peace, Al Davis.
There we go. Thank you, Y2S, dude. Love you, bro.
There we go.
That's essentially what the joke was. I just didn't word it as well.
Yeah. Broshmo could be wide receiver Keenan Allen in the 40. Yeah. But maybe not the 3-cone.
Oh, there ain't no way I'm beating Keenan Allen, dude.
Okay. KEU asks, who's number 1 on my big board? Because I'll tell you, Marvin Harrison Jr. is not in my top 3 on my big board. He's number 4. It's
wow. Hater. I mean, that's fair. Like I've sat back and like, if I'm being honest about positional value, I probably should have Caleb number 1.
Yeah.
But
Overall,
not top 3. That's just sounds
Well,
like you hate the Colts. Sounds like you hate his dad or something.
no, he's number 4. I have it as Caleb, then Brock, and then I have Terry and Arnold. I think Terry and Arnold's super special. So they say he's my conference mini Joey Porter Jr. And you know how I felt about JPJ.
Yeah, I do, dude. You were ecstatic when he came to Pittsburgh.
And I'm still ecstatic. Panthers Nation's been a G this stream. Other than QB, what's the hardest position to project? I would say linebacker, because they just.
Oh, that's fair. That's actually a really good answer.
That's an easy answer. Guys that maybe let's choose another position, because that's more widely known that linebackers struggle going from college to NFL.
Yeah, it's just because it's a very cerebral position.
Yeah, it's very process heavy.
Yeah,
and that's not easy to see always. I'm trying to see the positions I have the lowest hit rate on, like from memory. I would say receiver, because guys just play different roles, man. I mean, it just depends on the system, how much a quarterback likes a guy. Like,
I don't know. I feel like
it's a big
receivers.
stretch.
I don't think so.
Well, like in terms of success, like the career arc, I feel like I get majority of the positions. Like, I don't know about sniping the guys down the board as much. Like the guys who I've loved hit less in that position than the guys who I love at other positions.
I would say maybe offensive tackle.
See, I feel super confident in my tackle comps.
Yeah, I did too until Evan Neal.
But Evan Neal switched to right tackle. You can't let one failure ruin your confidence in a position, though.
I mean, I'm just saying, if I had to pick a position that's not linebacker or quarterback.
Yeah, I go wide receiver. I mean,
I feel like wide receiver is not bad. I feel like the hit rate there is a lot easier.
Yeah, but I'm saying like your guys ending up being.
Special. I don't know, man. I feel like it's fairly easy. I mean, yeah, you have a few hiccups here and there with wide receiver. Yeah. And usually I think it comes when the class is just bad. Like last year's wide receiver class, it wasn't terrible, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like there wasn't any top talent. And I think how this year played out, yeah, it was very blatant that there wasn't top talent at the wide receiver position from the 2023 class.
Yeah.
But like those other classes where it's like you go to 2021, man, you could have picked whoever the hell you want. You would have nailed it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go to a final 3 questions. Apparently, is Greg Newsome rumored to be traded?
I don't know, man. I mean, the Browns, honestly, if they don't want to pay him, that's the thing. Like down the road, could be an option. What would you trade for?
I mean, I'm
what would you give up for him?
In here about Greg Newsome, by the way. I think Greg Newsome's a legitimate.
Time to refresh ESPN.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what is this? KU says, "What are you complaining about, LMFAO? It's 8 p.m. where you are." In terms of time.
Well, I'm a father, so that's basically midnight for me.
That's all right. So, okay, I'm going to. So somebody saw it get brought up on Twitter, so it's not actually news.
I mean, what makes sense? It would make sense since like they would have to pay him. You know, he's coming up off his rookie year. Can they afford him going forward? They're gonna have to restructure a lot of things. But I mean, they've been financially making it work now. I mean, it's only gonna get harder as long as you're still on freaking Watson's contract. But I think they'll make it work.
Okay, so final 2 questions. 1, if you went pro, what position are you playing?
It's wide receiver or corner.
If you actually went to the pro, like if you had at your frame, like you were NFL athlete.
Well, I figured this is just imaginary. At my frame, I'm not playing in the NFL. I'd have to move like Tank Dell.
This is true. Wait, are you 5'8"? Right?
I'm 5'9" on a good day.
5'8".
Yeah, and I'm hovering around 175, 180.
Okay, so I am 5'8", 5'9" on a good day as well. So we'll say 5'9". Hey yo, and I got the dog out there.
Is that paralysis demon?
The paralysis demon. And I am 155 pounds. So
you're a lot leaner. I got
Yes,
that mass, dude.
do we need a dog showing on the stream?
Yeah, dude. I already showed you mine. Show me yours.
Here, baby. Hey yo, get over here. Oh my, get over here.
Dude, get the peanut butter.
No. Wait.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're a hipster. Almond butter.
Trader Joe's peanut butter is gas. Salted is the way to go. This question wasn't asked me by any stretch of the imagination, but KU says I'm 5'8" to 5'9" on a good day, 230. Power to you, bro. We got what is it, a Ray Davis up in the mix? But nobody asked me. But if I went pro, I would have been a slot receiver or a running back because that's my last position I played.
Yeah, I mean, if we're playing make believe, then I would be a quarterback. We're playing real make believe. Give me all the money.
That'd be like genuinely that'd be the position I'd probably want the most is to be either a quarterback or a right tackle. Okay, I think this is the last question, and I like this idea because I think I want to twist it into top 10. But who's the surprise team in the top 7 to take Dallas Turner or Terrion Arnold? I'm going to switch it. We can answer that really quick. I'm going to say what player is secretly going to sneak into that top 10 that we'd never expect.
Okay.
So I'll answer the actual question first. Surprise team in the top 7 to go Terrion Arnold could be the Chargers. Very big surprise. One. Yeah. Like that's the easy. I actually could say if Marvin Harrison Jr. gets taken at 4.
Yeah, I know you like potentially the Cardinals if they get stuck in a tough spot.
It's like if they're stuck in a tough spot and they don't think Malik Neighbors is going to be a big dude, that's a big surprise, but it's still reasonable because Gannon would love that. I don't see any team really loving Dallas Turner that much. But they could also technically go Dallas Turner.
Tennessee. They're not satisfied with their edge play.
Or corner play.
Yeah, or corner play. But, I mean, they just released Andre Dillard, so I feel like that picks tackle regardless.
Yeah.
If you want to, Quinyon Mitchell maybe?
Yeah, surprise player top 10. You'd say Quinyon Mitchell?
Definitely. He's going to be inside my top 10.
Actual surprise player, though. Like somebody
surprise?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're saying top 10. So Jets
like a dude down. Yes.
Troy Fautanu.
I like that. It's very similar to Elijah Vera Tucker as well.
It's a little lame duck now that the Jets have signed Tyron Smith. But that's probably who because honestly, he's a guy that'll play left tackle for him. That was the spot that was kind of opened.
Yeah, he'd be guard short, run tackle long.
Yeah. Or shoot, you could play him tackle immediately.
Yeah.
And they could keep Elijah Vera Tucker in a guard.
Well, they have Morgan Moses. That's
at right tackle.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like Tyron Smith and then like have AVT and Fautanu.
No, they brought in John Simpson. I know that doesn't sound sexy, but
I'm saying if they like that would be how I would approach that.
Yeah, okay.
I guess you could say Brian Thomas, like at 10.
I mean,
could be crazy.
It's not out of the realm. We were talking about it now that they picked up Tyron Smith.
Yeah, if Aaron likes it, he's going to get it. So I think that could be the possibility they go after. But I don't know. I'm going to hit the hay, though, because I have to be up at 5 a.m.
Oh, that sucks.
I know. Trying to get 6 hours of sleep a night because I actually start working my full time on Tuesday. So we don't want to be like jet lagged when we do that because I'm already going to be up late on my birthday.
Turn up.
All right. Well, we're going to say goodbye. I love y'all. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to be doing this again. And I mean, hell, I think it could be a Friday tradition. But
shoot, yeah. Maybe do it on my channel next time.
I'm down with that. Dude, we can link we have the same StreamYard account. We can link that one.
Hey, don't put our business out there.
It's the DraftBros business.
They don't need to know we sleep together. Not like that, you freaks. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
The PR
Seinfeld reference. Seinfeld reference. It's a Seinfeld reference.
Right. Oh.
It's a Seinfeld reference.
Don't
get too crazy with it.
Yeah, I'm too young. All right. Well,
okay.
Well, later, you guys. Adios, amigos.
All right, later.